Greetings, programs, and welcome back to a, not Link to the Past, Link's Awakening. I'm getting my Zeldas mixed up. But, yeah, in the last episode, we went through, Bottle and Grotto, and today we are going to at least start on our way towards level 3. Thank you. This is actually the last bit of time we have Bow Wow, so I want to take advantage of him really quick to get that chest. Otherwise, I will not be able to get that chest for a very long time. I think it's about level 5 where you finally get something that can actually get rid of those flowers. And, really quick, before I head into town and actually return Bow Wow, I want to run over here to Crazy Tracy. And, as you can see, she's asking 28 rupees for her secret. This price actually does bounce back and forth between 48 and, 28. So, try to keep a hold of this when you can. I don't know what determines the price overall. But yeah, it does actually go back and forth. Try to get it when it's cheap. The only other way to get this is way later in the game. There are 2 chests hidden inside of dungeons that actually contain Crazy Tracy's medicine. Which, in this version, actually looks like a hand cream. In the old version, it was actually like this, potion bottle-looking thing, but here? Nope. We got a, we got a hand cream. So, really quick here, let's see if I can manage to not completely mess up trying to get this, piece of heart over here. I don't know if I'll get all the pieces of heart on this playthrough, but I will try to grab at least most of them. They thankfully don't get too out of the way. So, we will run over here. Dampé is apparently following us until we actually go talk to him in his house. But we will talk to Madame Meow Meow. Get our, reward. And unfortunately, that is the last we get of Bow Wow in this game. So, really quick, I want to check something. I believe they show up now. Yes, now we can finally get bombs, and we will need these in the 3rd dungeon. So, go ahead and buy them now. Also, yeah, they make you work to get that bow and arrow set. But you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do it because we're not going to actually do the final boss with this save. You have to be no deaths at all in order to get the good ending of this game. But if you are crafty, come on. Apparently they made it a lot harder, but you can steal things in this game. Oh, forget it. We'll get it properly later. But yeah, there is a way at least you can steal things, and then if you ever come back in the shop, he will just completely, you know, Kamehameha destroy you on the spot. But anyway, let's actually get headed towards the next level. And on the way there, we get to meet these things, which are like the most horrific enemy in the game. Oh, and side note, now that we finally have the bombs, something weird about them in this version of the game, you can be hurt by your own bombs. I know that's what most people expect in general, but this game actually was the only one I know of where Link was not hurt by his own bombs exploding. But they apparently decided to change that in this version. And here we're just going to run past everyone. Here we have the Seashell Mansion. And as you can see, it already spoiled. If you come here with enough shells, you will get a better sword. So that happens at 40 shells. Thankfully, not the insane amount of, you know, all 50. Though, again, shells aren't too hard to come across in this game. And right here we have the first of the teleport points in the game. Which, let me check. Okay, yeah, I haven't unlocked any of the others, even though I have actually walked by 2 of them. So, in a little while, I will go unlock some more of those. But first, run over here, pick up this rock, and get another shell. I'm sorry, you saw the price of that bow, so I will be going out of my way when I see rupees get dropped. So, all the way around here, and up here, wishing I had the item we get from this level, we find the keyhole for the slime key. And, you know, again, while I'm sure a lot of people would be, you know, like freaking out, well, how do I find it? You just go in here. And you meet Richard, who is actually a reference to a game that only came out in Japan. A little RPG, kind of like Zelda. I cannot remember what it was called at the moment. I'll throw it up here on the screen. But he was chased out of his castle, and he wants the 5 golden leaves that were taken from him. And as you can see, he also says you need to have a shovel, which thankfully we do. So, Richard's old castle is actually just north of the Shell Mansion, so I guess I probably could have switched the order here, but oh well. I am decent at games. I do not tend to have games totally memorized the way that I would like to, though. And I realized I'm also taking the slightly long way to get here, but oh well. So, monkey there. Really quick, you'll see if you came the normal way, the door to Canelet Castle is shut. But, run over here. This is another of the trading quest gates. Kiki the monkey sees we have bananas and asks for bananas, and he will repay us for them. If you come here without the bananas, he will just... I can't remember if he makes a reference to being hungry or he does directly say he wants bananas. The game does clue you in pretty well. As well as we now have the stick. Another small change is here you just by default have the stick. In the original, the stick was sitting here on the bridge. Minor change, but it's a change, so I'll mention it. And now that we're over here, we can cut this bush in a move very similar to Link to the Past, I realize. And we get our secret passage into the castle. Also, it does seem in this version they have made it a true 100% on getting hearts from the Goombas when you jump on them. Because, like I said, in the Game Boy version, at least randomly, you would not get them. And as you can see here, there's one of the crows that we saw earlier, but he is not actually bothering to try to do anything. So, throw a rock at him, and now he'll attack you to get one of the golden leaves. Now, you're noticing I'm running around taking all these knights out. I remember one of them gives you something, I think, but I can't remember which. And here we have basically the mini-boss of this area. I think it was called the Mad Bomber. Here we get one of the times where you wish that the game was screen by screen like the original, so that guy couldn't run in here and fight you while you're already dealing with Mr. Bomb Man. But go over there, take that guy out, and you get another leaf. And as you see, the leaves are all just under your hearts, so you can actually see how many you have. Where in the original, they were only on the pause menu. Hit him here. Take out everyone in this room. Go ahead and get the third leaf. And again, like I said, this version of the game, the shield was already super useful in the original, but this one just really cranked up how much you need to use your shield. Which, since it's now just on your, both of your right shoulder buttons, is a lot, it's not as insanely inconvenient as it used to be, so it doesn't actually bug me. So, as you can see, weird cracks there. Go ahead and bomb it, and a knight comes out. And, one of them will have a leaf. I can't remember if it's the same one every time, or if you have to kill both, or if it's randomized or whatever, but I usually just take them out anyway. Then run over here. Go outside for all of like 12 seconds. In like even further reference to Link to the Past and Hyrule Castle in that game. And the door slams shut, and you can see a pot on the door. Throw a pot at the door, it opens. That, I will give you, was one of the more cryptic things in the original. Because the original... can I... Okay. The original did not have a symbol on the door when that happened. Okay, that guy is a lot harder than he was in the original, so I got my butt kicked there. But now we have all 5 of the gold leaves. As you see, a lot of little references to Link to the Past if you know what you're looking for in there, even down to the ball and chain guy. But now we can head back to Richard and see about having that reward he promised us. Also, these things, worst enemy in Zelda, they're such a pain in the butt to take out, and they drop bombs on you. Now, something to take note of, you probably saw earlier, but when you cut this bush, there's a hole under it. That's the whole gimmick of that field we're about to access to. Whoa! So, give him that. He lets us go over and push the statue, and we get to go downstairs and head to the back of the house. And on the way there, we get a secret seashell while a rupee floats in front of our face. So, as you see, you're going to want to do a lot of this business, and if you're really careful, you can actually save yourself some time by doing a well-timed spin jump. And very hard to do, but if you time your jump just right, you can actually go over 2 holes instead of 1. Or you can just keep falling in like I am here, like a complete idiot. And here's the worst part. Because of how respawning from jumping works, you are now stuck over here if you cannot make the jump back. Thankfully, I managed it. So, just go over here, get a not-so-subtle hint from the owl statue, and get the slime key. And again, new thing, at least I believe it's new in this version, I need to go check, shortcut out. The old game was very rude in how many things you had to take the long way to go back. Where here, you generally can, usually get a shortcut to go back out, which is very appreciated. But we have opened level 3, so all we have to do is run around here, walking very slowly in the tall grass. Still wishing we had the item from this dungeon. And do some island hopping here, which they actually simplified in this version, which I'm okay with. And here we are. So, in the episode, we will take on level 3 Key Cavern. See you guys then.